Okay, I've got 4 chicken breasts, as you can see already in my stock pot to help us get going. And here I have just kind of roughly chopped, very roughly. It's kind of in 8 pieces, so just cut it that way into wedges. That's 1 onion. I'm using a sweet onion. I usually do. That's a Vade I've got. And they're going out now. That season's over. So, and here I have a ½ teaspoon of ground black pepper. I have a rounded teaspoon of kosher salt, and I have a rounded teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Yes, I make my own poultry seasoning. Okay, so there you have it. And all I'm going to do is cover this in water. I kind of showed you how to make chicken on a stock pot, but this is just chicken breast. So I didn't want anybody to think it was different. It is slightly different. And you hear me, I just cut it on high. I'm going to bring it up to a boil. And then I'll put the lid on it. And after I bring it up to a boil, I'm going to cut it down to a simmer. I'll show you that simmer so you know what to look for. And then I'll tell you the time from there, okay? And we're going to have some good, just classic Southern chicken salad. I made my grandmother's fancy one. She called it the fancy one. Excuse me, with grapes and pecans. And, you know, she'd been making that since the 60s. So I had a couple of crappy comments about, oh, yeah, that's nice that you made Arby's. And I'm like, okay, that's nice. So do we think Arby's came up with that? I don't think so, because my family will tell you different. Anyway, on to just basic. This is basic. I say Southern style, but I mean, it might be just the same everywhere. I don't know. I guess I never thought about it. Well, maybe I'll research it or something. Okay, so that's it. We're getting going. I'll bring you back. I'm rambling. Okay, you can definitely see that's coming up to a boil. So now all I'm going to do is I'm cutting it down to a simmer. When that settles down and it comes to the simmer that I want to show you where it should be, just like I did in that chicken video. If you want to see how I did chicken on the stove, there's a video for that, and I'll put a link down below this one as well. But this is, like I said, chicken breasts for salad. Okay. When it settles down, bring you back. I'm just making a quick note. I noticed that there was a chicken breast sticking up a little too much for me, and he probably rumbled around when it was boiling. And as you can see, that's hot. But right there, I'm not touching the water. I'm up above the pan. Looks like I'm touching the water though. I just shoved him down under the water because, you know, for them to cook, you don't want him sticking out. So. I probably could have added another ½ inch of water, but I think we're good for now because now we're to the simmer stage. Okay, like I said, I'll bring you back. Alrighty, I want to show you what to look for, and then you're going to just leave it. Make sure when you started out you had your water on. I'm sorry, it's kind of trying to fog up the lens. Make sure you had your water over the chicken, up to about 1 inch over the chicken. Okay, like I showed you earlier. This is weird. I'm going to have to see how I can do this and not fog up the lens. Oh, there you go. You see that movement right there? Oop, fogged up the lens again. All right, you can see this movement. I'm trying to get that reflection of that bulb out. Let me maybe come around the side. You see this movement? I'm going to show you. Right around, and especially you can see it really well here. Uh-oh, it's trying to get in on my finger, but right there, see that movement? That's what you want. A lot of times you'll get tiny bubbles, and I mean tiny little bubbles popping up. You do not want a rolling boil. Rolling boil is what I showed you earlier right before I cut it. This lid doesn't go to this pot, but it fits. So anyway, let that go. So let it go for 45 minutes or an hour. You know, chicken should always be done to an internal temperature of 165. I don't probe it because I know how long to cook mine. So it's been simmering here for about, I was doing other things, so it's actually been simmering here for about 20 minutes. So I brought it to a boil. So I'm going to probably check mine in about 45 minutes. So I'll bring it back then. We'll see if it's done or if it needs a little longer. Okay, my fire is off. It's been, I let them go probably for about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm doing other things and I almost forgot to do my eggs and I had to do that. I just want to show you this. Look at that. Isn't that tender? That is so tender. Perfect. So now I'm just going to pull them out of the pot. Of course, I'll save this broth for something else. But I'm going to pull these out of the pot, let them cool down. We'll go to the next step. Okay, so I chopped my chicken coarsely. A lot of it just kind of fell apart and it kind of shredded itself, but I chopped what I needed to. And here I have 8 eggs. I'm making a double batch now because, you know, got 3 hungry sons and my husband, 2. And we'll eat on it a couple of days. I never make more than about 2 days worth. So we're having it for supper and then lunch tomorrow. All right, I've got 8 eggs, boiled. Yes, I do make great boiled eggs. If you want to know how, I'll put a link below. I have 3½ stalks of chopped celery. I have, I don't know, about ½ a cup of sweet relish and almost a cup of mayonnaise, but not quite. You can tweak yours the way you want to, but this is how we like it. And this are the classic ingredients. And of course it'll be salt and pepper, salt and pepper. And I'll put this in, and I may need a little more mayonnaise and I may not. You want just enough to make it stick. And lastly, in goes the relish. I am straddling a tripod. I'm standing behind it so you can get a good view. I didn't feel like turning all the lights on my rig and stuff. Been busy today. And obviously I'm just going to go in, fold this in. I've got bread in the toaster right now. My husband likes this on toasted bread. And you can tweak all your ingredients. I can go ahead and tell you already. I'm going to need more mayonnaise. So let me get more mayonnaise. I'll be right back. Okay. I stirred up a little bit off camera. Almost forgot to turn the camera back on. I was just talking away and I realized the camera wasn't on. So anyway, I kept stirring. I've added in a little more mayonnaise. So I probably have easily 1 3/4 cup. But remember, I'm making a double batch. So you would probably want around ½ a cup. Because see, you want it to stick. You don't want to make mayonnaise pudding down in the bottom of your bowl. See that? I want you to see that difference here. So it's sticking and it's just right, but not too much. You don't want it too dry though. You want a nice, good chicken salad sandwich. And, okay guys, there you have it. You tweak your relish and your mayonnaise. You want it to look like this though. See how I'm just showing you. It'll sit well on the sandwich. It's not too wet, not too dry. And you can adjust your relish. You can adjust your celery. And here is what I wanted to show you. What? No onion? Yes. Green onion. But since I'm not making just one batch. I'm making this a 2-day batch. And so, therefore, I do not like to put onions in to the chicken salad. I have said this before in other videos. Because the onions overnight can overpower. And you want to taste a little of everything. So what we do is, I usually just take a little out and sprinkle over the sandwich after I put the chicken salad on. And then everybody's happy. I did want to add one more thing. You can use dill easily if you prefer dill relish as opposed to sweet. But a classic chicken salad, southern style, has sweet cubes. You can take sweet potatoes. Boy, can you tell I'm tired today? You can take sweet pickles and just chop them up yourself. A lot of people do that. Relish like I use, salad cubes, whatever. But dill's good with it too. I've used dill before when I was out of sweet, but this is the classic style. Okay, just wanted to add that. So there you have it. Southern style classic chicken salad. I'll see you next time. Bye.